It's finally here, guys. We are back again with Planet Coaster 2, the new series, the new game. And today we are going to start our first park. We have put in a few paths. I'll quickly run through it. So on the left here is going to be shops. It's going to be a promenade of shops and areas to sit down. There is going to be a flat ride as soon as you walk in here. It's going to capture your about around here. So you can see it as soon as you get off the buses. We haven't changed this, so I'm going to detail that a little bit later on in this series. But right now, I want to put in the first bit of detailing, which is going to be to make this entrance a bit more welcoming, a bit more, what's the word? There's a word for it, a bit more exciting, should we say. So we have called it a water world. So I'm going to try, let's see, I want this to kind of be stood up. How can do I have to advance rotate it? I'm guessing so. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this in place over here. I want to put it on a layer actually. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get rid of that. I'm going to go to props, is it? I don't think it will be, but maybe supports could work. Actually, no, I know what I'll do. I'm going to put in a bit of flooring. Make it look a bit more heightened. It's going to be behind the fence. I'm going to go to roofs. I'm going to put in a flat roof, but I'm going to lower it down. Roof trims, there we go. If I put in these are angled, aren't they? Is that flat? Yeah, I don't want it to be angled. I need it to be flat. So I want it to kind of go in this area here. So if I put it to there, rotate it ever so slightly, I think we may have been absolutely spot on with the positioning here. So if I put it to there, if I put a couple around the back, and then maybe I can put some arches in. That looks pretty decent. So we've got a nice flooring area. Actually, I want to get rid of the middle pieces. If I get rid of that middle bit, actually, I could maybe go with my first idea. I'm going to see if this will work. To make it a bit more welcoming, I'm going to have like guidelines sort of thing. I put that to... Why is that still dropping down? If I put it to... Nope, it's not going to allow it, is it? Let me try over this side. If I get rid of that one, just to see. There we go. And then I can potentially get rid of you. I'll put you. No. Let me get rid of these first. Delete you. I like the idea of having floor, but what I'm going to do is put in arches, like framework, and make it like a building. Oh shoot, didn't want to do that. What did I just delete? Edit building, there we go. If I can I just get rid of them? There we go. Get rid of you. Get rid of you. And then we've still got a couple more pieces to mess around with. So now, these are going to go around the back. Just going to put a load of these along. I don't know why there's two though. Don't need two. Can I get... Oh, it does work, but I don't really want that. I want it to kind of... Let's go scenery. Let's see it, because I'd like it to be so you can see through it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put these in. There we go. If I put that one, oh, I need to get rid of the other one that's in there. So we'll do that in a second. Let's throw these in, and then I'm going to put Waterworld, the sign, at the top of this. It's going to be like layered up, is what I'm thinking. We'll see how it looks. It's going to be about trial and error, but this is like the beginning of a new series. Let me quickly just get rid of you. Select you, put you in. Why is that so out of sync? Hang on a moment. There we go. Oh, wait. Why is that one outwards? There we go. It's not perfect. But, oh, that's too high up now. There we go. Why is that so high up? Like, noticeably, though. That's really irritating. There we go. Alright, now, I want to fill this area. So I'm going to go with... Going to do my lettering first. So I'm going to put in... Where is it? That one. So I'm going to just put in a few of the letters first. So if I go to here, how big's that? Yeah, so if I can put that on there, maybe I need to change the color though. So it's going to be like a morning blue. No, let's go denim. No, teal. Argentina. Where's the other one? I want it to be like a. So not like a morning bluish. No, go with a proper blue maybe. So if I put that there. And then go to here. We can always change it after. Doesn't need to be absolutely spot on either, because oh, it's not bad. So about the spacing, I don't want it to be too far away, because I want it to be, that needs to be moved slightly, but we can do that after. And then gradually you get the idea of what we're going to do here. Where's that one? And then go out of here. Confirm. And then if I go to advanced move, put it more in the middle, like that. And then go to that one. It's still connected to that. Just needs to be a bit more in the middle. That R needs to be moved. What's that look like? A little bit more that way, I think. And then we'll go to, not that one. And then let me just edit this one. Just to move it up a little bit. Not too much though, that's a bit. It's not perfect, but it's better than what it still looks wrong though, don't it? Okay. So that's what you see as you first walk in. I think it needs to be a different colour though. Or do I change this and make this like a dim grey? That could work. That's more of a guidance anyway. So we've now got the basics in play. It's not dead in the middle, but that's what you see as you first walk through. That is what you, as you first get off the coach, that's what you're going to see. It's nothing spectacular, but now if we go to edit building, we can now start trying to fill in these voids. So I want to go to my terrain. I want to put in, actually what I might do, yes, if I put in some, where is it, scenery, bushes, and I want this to be, because I'm going to drop this down, I'm going to have like a water feature idea. It's going to be seating around here, it's going to be quite attractive. I want to put in like wall climbers maybe, all across the edges, just to give it a bit more life to it. So if I put in a few of these are going to go down once this side. I'm not worried if it overhangs slightly, because then it looks like it's outgrown slightly. So I'll put these here. Just fill in the gaps as much as we can, like that. Maybe one more can slide in there. There we go. And then if I go to, there should be like a wall climber here. So if I put a couple of these in, then that sign should become a little bit more. There we go. Don't need loads. I just want it to be a couple of each on each side, just to give it a little bit more of a backdrop to it, and then we can always increase the sign, the height of it off, like the detailing. So let's have a look at that. Yeah, so that's beginning to take shape. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to make it so that all of this area is covered with these little corner pieces, making sure that they're low enough to be touching the ground, but also covering larger sections as well. There we go. So that is what you see as you first come in. We'll fill the background as well. Doesn't need to be perfect. It's just so you get a rough idea. And then I'm going to put in, are they wall climbers? They don't look like wall climbers, do they? Don't want it too large, but I want it to be a bit more. That's too much. I want something a bit smaller. That's a bit better. I think we'll keep with that theme though. Just put a couple of these across. It's a shame we don't have glass. That's the one thing I have noticed, that we don't have any like glass. We can't actually close this area off, which is a bit frustrating. I'm not going to deny that. Can I rotate that to that side? There we go. That fills that gap. We'll do the same over here. One more over here. bit higher up. No, that's too high up. So on the wall is that? There we go. And I think that looks pretty decent. It's not perfect. Line to surface. But now that is what you see. That one's too high up now though. Let's move this one. Just drop it down a little bit. There we go. So we've got none. Oh, we've got that one over the top now. Let's just drop these down a little bit more. Make sure that touching the wall as well. About there. I think they're all on the wall now, which is good. Just make sure that one's kind of sticking out a little bit. So let's just move that one just a touch. There we go. So it's still on the wall, but they're all kind of in their areas. There's a few a little bit higher up, but that's now what you see. Now I'm going to go to my terrain tool. Now this is where it's going to get. We've got to think about this carefully. So I don't want it to be too large. So I'm going to go with a 10 area maybe. Nope, don't like that at all. I need it to be nope, that's dropping too much of the scenery lock needs to go on maybe. Well, that did nothing, did it? Oh, hang on. That could actually work. I'll go there. Doesn't need to be too deep anyway. It's just for an area. Just to have like a bit of running water, a bit of bushes. So if I go to rough water, I can go higher up. Let's see what that looks like from over there. That looks quite nice actually. As you first walk in, you just need to fill out. The problem is now we've got to be let's go to locate and browser. There we go. So now we can kind of maybe fill out. Don't need shells. I do want to put in what's that been? Planters maybe? No. Rocks maybe? Could we fill it with rocks potentially? Just a few little small rocks kind of sticking out the ground maybe, just to give it a bit of height. I think we need to put in, and I think that's what we'll do. We'll get rid of the water. There we go. We'll put that back to flat for now. I think what we'll do is we'll put in some of these little bamboo-ish trees just to kind of give it a bit of colour, a bit of life, a bit of height. Because you want it to be welcoming. You don't want it to be. How does that look like? Yeah, we just need to fill the little gaps in the bottom so we can then put in wall climbers, no bushes. There we go. And if I go with these, is there anything a bit bigger? Just to fill it up a little bit. We'll fill up that front section as well. Why does that look? Oh, it doesn't. I just thought that looked really high up then. And we can just get rid of that. Change it a little bit. We'll put in a few more of these just to fill it up a little bit. Rotate it. What does that look like? There we go. So it now looks as if it's kind of overgrown slightly, but it still gives you a nice little edge to it, which is good. There we go. We'll just fill up this section here with that. We'll just tidy up these rear areas as well. Let's rotate it slightly, just to kind of close it off more than anything. What does that look like now? Has that got a bit more height? There we go. Now we're getting somewhere. Now if I go to the rear of this, is there anything a bit... Why do they look like they'd be underwater? They would. So again, we'll just put these at the front, and we'll... I don't think we even need water for this section. I think it could just get away with just being a nature base. We'll add some lighting, a bit more height, a bit more trees. I think that's one thing we need to really make sure we do use them, like a lot of these trees, just to give it a bit more oomph to it, a bit more life. There we go, and we'll put one over here just out of the way, make sure they're not sticking out the building. That one is. Smooth that one ever so slightly backwards. There we go. That one is sticking out the actual... That looks pretty decent. It's just a shame that it's sticking out the other side. We'll just put you there, move you back a little bit. There we go. So it looks like it's hanging over the top. Nothing outside of here. Nothing obvious. So there we go. That is kind of like the entrance area done. We could always make that better. I think what we'll do, just to finish this section off, is we'll then add in some... Is there any like colour? I'd like a bit more like... Yeah, like a bit more... Just to give it a bit more colour. Just put these in through the middle. Oh, didn't mean to just close that off, but... I can rotate that. That could then go... I don't understand why it does that. Stick to surface. Off. There we go. Let me just align this at surface. There we go. Why does it keep raising up? Or is that just my camera? There we go. We'll put a couple of these in. Then we can always go around them, cover them up with other bits and pieces. And then I was hoping there'd be a bit more colour this year. Oh, that looks quite nice actually. That could maybe help us out. Let's throw these in through the middle. There we go. So we've got a nice little nature world. It is water world, but we're just filling it up now with plants just to give it a bit more life, a bit more colour. Just going to make sure that we have got variety. There we go. That looks pretty decent. I think the colours go quite nicely. I think what I'm going to do though is I'm going to change the colour of the. Let me make it like a yellow. And then can I change you? Make you like a teal blue. Yeah, that works. Just need some lights and other bits and pieces, but that I'm quite happy with. It needs to be a bit bigger though. I'm going to go advanced move. I'm going to scale it a bit larger. Still stuck to the building, which is good. There we go. I could theoretically put it actually higher up, so it's kind of sat on top maybe. What does that look like? Needs to be a little bit lower down though. Yeah, that looks pretty decent. It's just a shame my lettering on the other side isn't perfect. It's a shame because that would have been absolutely spot on. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to drop it down a little bit. I'm going to make it look as if it's just kind of resting against the signage here, which I think is there. There we go. Right in the middle. Let's have a look as we first, let's see what it looks like at night. So, how do I change it? Fix on. It definitely needs some lights. How do I change my camera now? Always forget you change it. There we go. So, let's add some lighting. If I can remember how to. There we go. Path extras. Bins, benches. Where are the lights? Surely it's not under decorations, all decorations. No. There we go. So what I want to do is I want to have this area kind of lit up. No. So I want it to be that could work though. Put them at the back, but then it's at the same time we need it to be lighting up that sign. So I think why is that not aligning to? So if I put that to here, we can put that one there, and then inside of here, we can then kind of be a bit. I'll put a few of these in. Not loads, but just a handful, just to give it a bit more like visibility, because it does look like a nice little area. There we go. The backdrop's kind of lit up. I look from the other side. Yeah, that looks pretty decent. I'm quite happy with that. What I'll do, just at the same side, align to that one. Let's turn off that one. There we go. Just going to put these around the back of this, just to give it a bit more colour, a bit more. There we go. So as you first walk in, first get off the bus, this is what you're going to see. How do I change the camera? There is a way of doing it. I'm sure there's a hotkey. Is it Y? No. I don't know. Is it camera? Does it not say the hotkeys like it used to? But there you go. That's what you first see when you first get off. Let's just do it from as if you're getting off the bus here. You get off the bus, that is what you're greeted with. A nice clear telling you what we're doing, what we're about, and what you're going to expect. First thing I want to do is I'm going to then put in, this is going to be a long episode, so I do apologise. I'm going to put in the first little ride because I want it to be over here. So I'm going to put in kind of where I want things to go. Can I create my own bump and derby? That's bumper cars. That's board slide. That's tower spinning. Teacups. Can we make our own though? I wonder. No. It's quite large though. I didn't think it would be that big. What I'm going to do is this is going to be just out the way over here. It's going to be. I'm going to put the entrance over here. And the exit's going to go over here somewhere. So let's now go to queue system. So this is literally going to be a world's smallest queue because it's only the teacups. So I'm not expecting this to be a very popular ride. And then we need a path from here. Classic paths. No, don't need it to be that big. Okay, let's get rid of you. Put you to there. There you go. So that's already in. I need to move this tree though. Don't know why that's gone to there. Let's just put you out the way over here for now. So the ride alone has no power yet. Prestige is not great. It's got a 15% scenery rating. Operations, maintenance, staff, testing, finances. Ride sequence and anti-clockwise. Okay. Cool. Advanced settings. Okay. Let's test you. It's got no power, so we need to connect the power source at some point. But at least we've got the first ride in place. That is the main thing. So what I want to do here is add a power facility, which would be solar panels small. Can I put these outside of here though? I want it kind of out of the way. I'm assuming they've got to be near paths, haven't they? I might turn off power, to be honest, just while we get started. So if I go from, have we not got a power source around here? Okay. Power distributor. And then if I go to power line, that can then go to there to there. I don't know if that's going to work. Yeah, it's got power now though, so that's something. Has that affected my... Oh, it's got 15%. Okay, so we've now got the first little bits in play. I'm just making sure that is connected up. That looks pretty decent. Let's just change the time now. So we've got daylight again. That is what you see as you first come off. This bus here is going to see the teacups first, but it won't for long because my plan is I'm going to cover. I'm going to build like a fence around here so you can't cut through. Actually, is there a staff? I wish there was like a staff one. If I go, is there enough? Let's go here. No, that's too small. If I connect you to here. It doesn't need to be perfect by any means. Just to throw these in. We'll connect this to the other fence at the end. Just angling it ever so slightly as we get closer to where we need to go. Like I said, it's not going to be absolutely spot on. This is just kind of getting the idea of what we're doing. This is not going to be the main build on the series at all. It's just a matter of getting things in play, getting them sorted, getting them ready. And what we'll do is we'll block this section off. We'll put some flowers in here, and there we go. That can then go to about there. There you go. It's not perfect, but that should. There you go. It's already got us up to 20%. Now, I want to just block it off with. Why do they keep love fighting them? It's so irritating. Props. Path extras, no. Nature. So straight away, this area is going to be kind of a nice little area. But remember, it's for the kids. So I've got to be wary of not going too crazy. So I'm just going to put in some flowers on the edge. Just kind of give it a bit of vibrancy. It does go with the colour of the teacups as well. We'll just throw a few of these in. And then we'll kind of liven it up with a bit of colour, splitting them up, making sure there's plenty of colour here. And then we'll add in like the terrain paint tool. There we go. Put a couple more in there. And then I'm going to go to my terrain scenery brush, and I want to go to, don't want trees, small plants, why is that not doing nothing? Oh, it did work. Okay. Don't need rocks though. Where's the other one? Let's go back to scenery. I don't want it to brush anything in particular. Is there not a? Let me get out of here. Done. Confirm. Scenery brush. Terrain. There we go. That's the one I wanted. Painting. I want it to be like a. Is there not a meadow? I don't think there's a meadow, is there? Short grass this area here. Give it a bit of colour. And then we'll go out of here. We'll check the ride rating. Still 20%, but that's absolutely fine because that now looks a bit more presentable on the approach. Now, if I go back out of here to where the passengers or the customers are first getting off, that is what they're going to see. It's not the greatest, but you get a bit of life as you get closer. I wonder, can we expand on these? Can we move these? I don't think we can we? I was hoping maybe we'd be able to move it to. There we go. So you can kind of walk a bit closer. So people can actually go closer to it if they want to see it. But what does that look like? That looks pretty decent. I'm happy with that. First episode done. If you have liked today's episode, guys, make sure you tap that like button and subscribe. And thank you so much for watching. 40 minutes of absolute carnage, and I'll see you on the next one.